Yo, what up? We back. Episode 5.
Yes, sir.
What's good?
Yes, sir, man. Glad to be back, man. We got a lot of jewels in this episode, man. I'm definitely ready to get to this one, man. This one is gonna, we just had an episode, our last episode was about giving out game and, you know what I'm saying? Helping people. The more that you help people, you know what I'm saying? The more the universe will bring it back to you. And, my man Earl Nightingale, we had a strong episode last week about that. And then today, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna put that into motion. We're gonna apply that and give out a lot of game, man. You got a lot of game to give right now, and this one's gonna be good, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, we're gonna get into it. Episode 5. Um, a lot of people have been knowing about the tariff talks. It's definitely gonna hit a lot of industries, specifically the auto industry. So we're gonna talk about that specifically. Episode is called How to Buy a Car or Sell a Car at Carmax. Alright. How to buy or sell a car at Carmax. Alright, so you want to get into the mission statement.
Oh yes, sir. So that game was going crazy just now, boy.
Hell yeah. The NBA actually
Inspired
they
you?
did their job today.
Yeah, man. Steph and Harden, man. That it took a while to even catch my breath, man. That game was crazy, man. I ain't seen a good game like that in a while. Well, yeah, Inspired Youth is a podcast dedicated to the empowerment of the next generation through financial literacy, wealth building, and entrepreneurship. We create a space to learn, exchange ideas, and push financial conversations forward, equipping young people with the knowledge and mindset needed for lasting success.
Yeah, and the information shared on this podcast is for educational and informational purposes only. We are not financial advisors, and nothing discussed should be taken as financial advice. Always do your own research and consult with a professional before making any financial decisions. Invest wisely and use your best judgment. All right, man. So we're gonna get into it. In the wake of the tariffs, Trump has placed on many companies who import products. Many people who were previously considering buying a new car will be now buying used cars instead, buying pre-owned cars. So that leaves companies like Carmax and Carvana gaining an advantage in the marketplace, right? Because those are the two companies that sell the most used cars in the United States. All right, so we're gonna specifically talk about CarMax because I got personal, some personal experience dealing with CarMax. I won't share how I have that, but just know I have years of knowledge on how they go about doing business. So the first thing we're gonna talk about, for those that have been to CarMax before, you can get an appraisal done for free. So we're gonna talk about selling a car at CarMax or trading a car at CarMax. So they offer what's called a instant appraisal online. So you create a CarMax account, CarMax.com account, free of charge. You do an instant appraisal online. It's free. Basically, they'll ask you questions about the vehicle. They'll ask you to upload pictures of your vehicle as well. You upload pictures. They send you back an instant offer. Now, obviously, with an instant offer, it's always going to be contingent on seeing the vehicle in person. But you always want to do the instant offer because just to keep you from wasting your time driving in there. You know what I'm saying? Because if it ain't even in the neighborhood of what you're looking for, you wasting your time anyway. So keep in mind, you're gonna get lowballed, regardless. But at least you can compare what they are offering to other places prior to bringing it in. So that's the advantage of doing that, right? So if you own your car, you own it outright, you own the title, you don't owe no money on it. And let's say the car is 10 years old or 10 years or older and it's over 130,000 miles, either or, right? They're going to automatically label that car a wholesale car. What that means, they're going to take that car, buy it from you, and it's going to go to auction, sell whatever it's sold for. It's not a car that they're going to buy from you and put on one of their lots to resell for profit. You know what I'm saying? So you want to keep that in mind.
Okay. So if you said that the car is 10 years old or it has 160,000 miles,
10 years or over 130,000 miles.
Oh, okay, over 130,000.
Right.
Okay,
So in most cases, CarMax will not put a car in their lot for sale that's over 10 years old or over 130,000 miles. So it's one of their policies. Every now and then you might see a car that's 11 years old in their lot. It's very rare. If you do, that means that car is in excellent condition. It's it's the exception. Put it that way, not the rule. So
right,
so going back to wholesale, so it will go to auction if it's labeled a wholesale car. So I highly recommend checking websites like NADA for your car value before you go anywhere to sell your car. Right? Don't go to Kelly Blue Book. Kelly Blue Book is an algorithm. It's not correct. It's never going to be correct, to be honest. I would stay off of Kelly Blue Book. It's not going to be correct. It's not going to give you what most banks value vehicles at. Never. So I would always stay off Kelly Blue Book. It's bullshit, right? So if you have a wholesale car, CarMax is automatically going to lowball you $1,000. So that means your 2000 and I don't know your 2009 Acura that you might got 146,000 miles on, right? That's gonna be a wholesale car. In your mind, you might feel like the car is worth $1,500, and it might be. CarMax is probably gonna give you $500 for the car. Take it or leave it. It's not a negotiation. You're either gonna take the 500, get lowballed, or go somewhere else, or keep the car, try to sell it yourself. They're gonna try to sell you on the fact that you don't want to spend the time selling your car, meeting up with strangers, wasting your time trying to sell it on Facebook Marketplace, whatever. They're going to come up with any type of tactic to get you out of the car because if you're just selling a car there, the sales agent makes $50 off you selling a car, right? And who knows what everybody else makes off of it. So keep in mind, if you got a wholesale car, you're going to get lowballed at minimum $1,000, right?
right.
So let's say you got a car that you owe money on and you want to trade it in, right? You want to trade that in. Now, I recommend, first of all, if you want to trade it in, most people are upside down in their trades, which means that they owe more than what the car is worth. Okay? So if you've ever traded a car in and got a new car and you were upside down in the previous loan, you rolled over, negative equity, 9 times out of 10, when you go to trade that car in, you're gonna have negative equity as well. It's just a vicious cycle. It never stops. If you're rolling over negative equity, at some point you're gonna pay. So I recommend never doing that, but sometimes you got to do it. It is what it is. So I recommend paying the difference instead of rolling over negative equity if you can. Now, if your vehicle is newer than 10 years old and has less than 130,000 miles on it, CarMax typically will see that as a car they can make profit off of, especially if it's in good condition. All right. Now they're still gonna lowball you, even though you already know you have negative equity and you're upside down in the vehicle. They are still gonna lowball you. They will lowball you roughly $2,000 to $2,500. Right? They don't care. Yeah, you might owe $11,300 on it. They may offer you 8,100. You know what I'm saying? On the trade in,
Yeah,
right? Um,
right,
Even if it's a situation where you're not wanting to trade it in, you're just trying to get rid of the loan, you just want to sell it to them. In that case, you have to pay the difference before CarMax can take ownership of that vehicle. Okay, so but it's usually gonna be around 2K. They'll lowball you in a situation like that because they want to make money off that car and they want to get it for under market value. That's the whole game. How can you get a used car under market value? Okay, that allows you to get
right.
more front end profit. It allows you to, if they decide to put warranty on it, it just makes it better for them in the long run. They can make front end profit and then they can make back end profit on on the warranty, right? So if you own it outright, let's say you own it outright, you know what I'm saying, and it's a car that's less than 10 years old, less than 130,000 miles. They're gonna ask you, do you own the car? Okay, first of all, I would recommend, honestly, I would just lie to them. I would, if you own a car, you know what I'm saying, that falls into what's called a retail car, meaning they something they will buy from you and resell for profit. I would lie to them and tell them you don't own it, because if you do tell them you own it, they're gonna know, hey, okay, I got a paid off car. It's a car that Carmax can take and resell for profit. Automatically, I'm lowballing $2,500 on the low end if you're in that situation. So always know that you're not gonna
Hey,
get.
so
Mhm,
so what you're saying is it's essentially they're going to, and the 2,500 is non-negotiable also, right? Like as far as the if they, you got the car, it's under 130,000, and it meets the requirements, so it's something that they can resell. But they're still, you said they're still going to lowball you 2,500. That's also non-negotiable, right? With the
100%.
price that they're coming with.
Yeah, it's non-negotiable. 100%. One thing I can say is it is pretty accurate. When they do an online appraisal, it's usually going to be in line with the appraisal they do in person. So typically, when you bring it in, you probably gonna get what they offered you online. It's usually not gonna go up or go down, unless you know what I'm saying. Unless obviously you lied about something or what have you. You know what I'm saying. So they're pretty good with what they offer you online. So that way you're able to compare it to other places that you might be interested in getting an appraisal done at. So that's the first segment of this: selling a car or trading a car. Um, that's what's gonna happen when you go to CarMax. All right. Any other questions about that?
Nah, man, I think well, if anything, I would just ask like, so what would be the route that you think that somebody should take? Because most people I feel like are going in there with a car that they still have a car note on. Like, is it the best option? What's the best option? What's the procedure that they should follow to go in when they to get the best value?
Man, to be honest, I can't really say you're gonna get the best value, especially right now. You know, they're in a position where they're able to sell more, they're able to put more money on the cars they're selling, and they're able to offer less on the cars they're buying. Right? Um, I would just do your homework. I wouldn't just go to them for an appraisal. I would have it appraised at multiple places and just try to get as much as you possibly can. But you have to go into it knowing that 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get the value of your actual vehicle. It's very rare that you're going to get anywhere near what your payoff is or more than what your payoff is. Typically, you're going to take a loss,
Right,
unfortunately. But there's other ways. There's other ways that you can come out, come out a winner. Selling a car, trading a car to CarMax, probably not going to be beneficial for you. But if you somebody that just don't got time to sell it on your own, that's what I would personally do. I would just sell it on my own. But if you somebody that got to get rid of the car then and there, you don't want to deal with having to post pictures online and meet people, strangers, things like that, then I get it. You're probably not gonna get the value though. So keep that in mind.
right.
All right. So next segment is if you're interested in transferring a car to CarMax from another CarMax. You can transfer from any CarMax in the country to your local store. Um, Pretty much most cars are transferable. If it's not transferable, it'll let you know. It's very rare that a car is not transferable. So pretty much the bulk of their inventory can be transferred wherever you want to send it to any CarMax. Or if you're interested in placing a hold on a car at your local CarMax. Placing a hold on a car is 100% free. Um, a lot of transfers are free as well. Um, if the car is over think over 250 miles away, they'll charge you. I think it starts at $99. Transfer fee can get as high as I believe $2,100 if I'm not mistaken. So that's like if you're transferring a car from coast to coast, like say you're transferring a car from California to Virginia, you're gonna pay $2,000 for it. Um, but so Carmax, they have a policy whereas you can only transfer one car at a time or place one car on hold at a time under your name. So that's a real policy. They won't typically they're not supposed to allow you to do more than one. But there's ways around that. So I'm gonna tell you the ways, right? To bypass this, you use your spouse's information or other family members. So let's say you see a car down in Raleigh, North Carolina, you're interested in transferring it in. Go ahead and put the transfer request in, have it brought in. Then you see another car, um, at a CarMax, I don't know, Florida somewhere, right? Put the transfer in create an account for your wife, free account. Put it in your wife's name, right? Transfer it into your local store. That way you have both cars coming to the store so that you can look at them. You can look at both of them at the same time, and that's a way around their transfer policy, right?
Oh yeah, no, that's tough. Yeah, so you could just use somebody else,
Right.
essentially.
Or you can just make up a name. It don't really matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Make up a name, make up a new email account, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Um, you can't put the same information in their system because it'll catch you. So if you put the same phone number in there, it'll get drawn back to you, or same email, obviously the same name. So it has to be different information. But there's ways around that. So if you do that, you can transfer as many cars as you want to. It's unlimited. You know what I'm saying? It don't stop. And if you're doing free transfers, I mean, shit, you can have five, six cars coming in there. It don't matter. It's free of charge. They can't charge you for no transfer if it says it's free. You're not obligated to buy a car just because you transfer it in. Doesn't matter. You can transfer whatever you want in. You're not obligated to buy it ever.
Yeah, that's hard. You can get a good look at a lot of inventory like that. Like you definitely can get some good options, man.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, if you apply that method, man, that's some free game right there, man. Y'all gotta
Yeah.
pick up on this. That's hard.
Yeah. So, because they might not have what you're looking for at your local store, or you might find that same car for less somewhere else, and it might be lower
Right.
miles. It might look like it's in better condition. Whatever the case may be, transfer it in, especially if it's free. Now, if you're doing paid transfers, that's up to you. You got to pay that money. That you got to pay that up front. But I'm just talking about like free transfers. This is how you can take advantage of that, right? So
Right.
let's say you live somewhere where there's multiple CarMaxes. Um, like me, I'm in the DMV area. It's a bunch of CarMaxes out here that I can get to within like an hour, hour and a half. Um, so I can go put a hold on a car here, um, like say Ellicott City, Maryland. Then I can go, use a different name, put a hold on a car over here in Laurel, Maryland. You know what I'm saying? Then I can go,
Right.
um, I can go down to Brandywine, put a car on hold at that store under a different name, and I can hit all these spots. It might be the same car I'm putting holds on. Like if I want like a BMW 7 Series or something, and each of these stores got a 7 Series I like. They all around the same miles, all around the same price or whatever. But I want to see what the condition is and how they drive. I can hit all them three stores within not even half a day. I can visit all them stores to make my decision. You know what I'm saying? But if you just trying to put a car on hold under your name and your name only, they're not gonna allow you to do it. They're gonna delete the hold. So that's why you gotta trick the system and go around the policy, put it under a different name, put it under different information,
Yeah, man, for sure.
right? So you can do that as many times as you want. You're not obligated to buy nothing. Don't ever let nobody tell you that you gotta buy something. Take advantage, right? So if you plan on financing, be sure to use CarMax's finance calculator on their website to find out how much it'll be for the car you're looking for. They got a calculator right on the website. It's a finance calculator. You can put in however much the car is. You can put in where you're gonna register it at, whatever state you registered it in. Then it'll put your local taxes in there. You could put um, the interest rate that you would qualify for at your local bank or your credit union, right? And if you're gonna do a down payment, you can even put that in there, and it'll give you that bottom line amount, right? You can do this right from Carmax's website, and the reason you want to do this is because of what I'm about to tell you. You want to know exactly how much it is that you're gonna have to apply for with your bank or credit union, and you doing all of this before you ever step foot into a Carmax.
Okay, and you say you can do that through the finance calculator.
Yep, you go straight to their website. There's a calculator up there, and you just put all that information in. So, say the car you want is 28,998. You put that in there. Say you want to do 3 grand down with your credit union. Put that in there. Say you registering the car in Maryland. You put Maryland in there. It's gonna put whatever the tax is for that state. And say you are a member of Navy Federal, and you feel like you qualify for like a 6.9% rate. You put that in there. It's gonna spit out a number. That number is what you want to ask your bank for.
Right, the exact
Mhm.
amount.
Exactly. So where this comes into play, most banks they might ask you for a buyer's order or sales order, either the same thing. Some banks you don't even need it. You just got to hit them with an amount. Hey, I need $32,476 for this loan. Here's the VIN number. Can let me know if you can do it, and they gonna let you know if you're approved or not. But some banks will ask you for a buyer's order. So in that situation, you can get a buyer's order. Okay. Now, obviously, when you get in a buyer's order, that's something that has to go into your name. So if you run into that problem with your bank, all you gotta do is pick up the phone, call Carmax. It's not gonna connect you to any local store. Carmax has a call center. They have call centers all across the country. The call center is gonna pick the phone up, tell them, hey, uh, I got this car on hold. I need a buyer's order. Can you email me a buyer's order? Whatever agent pick the phone up, they're gonna email you the buyer's order. Or you can do the same thing on a car you transferred. Just call in, ask for the buyer's order. They're gonna email it to you. You know what I'm saying? You take that buyer's order. You can either print or email it to your bank. Whatever your lender prefers. That way, if they ask for that buyer's order, you got that right then and there. Yeah, mind you, you doing all this before you ever step foot into a CarMax, before you ever deal with a sales agent at all, right? And most importantly, you doing all of this before CarMax ever has even the opportunity to run your financing. Because you're trying to get a number for your credit union or your bank. That way, when you walk into a CarMax, you already armed with what you know that you qualify for outside of there.
Right,
Right. So when you inquiring about a vehicle, you never tell them that you're financing. Right. You don't come out with that specifically. You never tell them that you're financing at all. If they ask how you plan on paying for the car, 100% of the time you tell them you're paying cash.
man. So you tell them you paying cash, even if you're financing, you still tell them you paying 100%. You cash
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
Man, what's the game behind that?
Because um, for one, you're not gonna be hassled to run financing. They're just
Right.
gonna leave you alone. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, so that's the way. Yes, that's the way around it.
Yeah. So whether you go in person or you call in, you always tell them you paying cash 100% of the time. 100%. They don't need to know you financing. You don't. The least information that they know about shit like that, the better it is for you. It's not a benefit for you to tell them that. It's just they just want to know. Basically, they're gonna try to find out all the information about what you got going on in your situation and try to use it against you later. So,
Wow.
like how you want to pay for a car, it's none of their business if you finance or not. Just tell them you paying cash. That's it. And they're gonna leave it alone. They ain't gonna say shit else.
Right. So they'll stop you from digging into your background and getting all your information.
Right, cause you know what I'm saying. Most people, if they feel like, okay, I'm gonna go to my bank, I'm gonna go to my credit union, I'm not gonna let CarMax run my financing. Okay, but if you go in there and you tell them that, hey, yeah, I'm gonna go let I'm going through Navy Federal. You never know. People say they won't do shit, but they get into that situation, and then they'll be like, maybe I should let y'all run my financing. No, because you might get a sales agent in front of you that's good enough to convince you to do that shit, right?
Yep.
So nah, and I'm not saying don't ever run financing. I'm saying don't do it first. Go to your bank first. Go to your credit union first. See what you can get there first, right? Then, if you decide that you're gonna come back to CarMax and that you actually gonna buy a car from them, possibly, at that point, if you want to see what they got to offer you, at that point you can run financing
Right.
because you already got an approval that you like, right? For one, now you walking back in there and saying, hey, you know what? I decided not to pay cash. Um, let me see what y'all got. Let me see what the financing be with y'all. You still don't tell them that you already got approved. No,
Right.
you just
You
walk
don't
back
tell them
in
about you
there.
don't tell them about the bank situation. You tell them, okay,
Yeah, yeah. I decided to not pay cash. I just want to see what y'all financing is. You can go ahead and run it. You know what I'm saying? Say you just got a 6.5% approval. You got a check in your pocket from Navy Federal, right? That ain't none of their business. They run the financing, and they come back. Hey, we got you approved through Chase for 5.9%. Okay, so now you're talking. You know what I'm saying? Now you got a decision to make. You know what I'm
right,
saying? If the rate is lower, take the financing. You know what I'm saying? Uh, save the money. You know what I'm saying? If they can save you some money, 9 times out
right,
of 10, it's probably not gonna be lower. But every now and then, you might can save a half percent or a percentage point. If you can, yeah, you want to go ahead and take it. You want to go ahead and take that.
right.
But at
Yeah,
least,
so you pretty much do you so you never mention the comparable numbers is pretty much the game behind it. Like you never mention what your credit union told you during the financing period.
mm-mm,
Like just never mention to that.
mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what, and then compare the race on your own.
Right, right. They don't need to know that. It's not a benefit to anybody for them to know that at all. Um, and when you do it like that, at least you know in your heart that you got the best financing that you could get because you already been in your
Right,
bank, you already been in your credit union, and then if CarMax can actually do better, then let them do better. They probably can't, but if they can, at least you know,
right,
okay, I'm not getting no bullshit ass financing because I already done did the due diligence. So, you take that check back to Navy Federal wherever you got it from if it's a higher rate, and then you just, you do what you do with Chase or whoever the hell they got you a lower rate with. So that's how you do that.
right,
All right.
right.
So say there's a car. The next segment is gonna be test driving. Say it's a car at your local car mechanic that you want to test drive, or the vehicles that you transferred in are ready to test drive, whatever the case may be. CarMax offers two different test drives. You can either do a regular test drive, which is typically 30 minutes, or you can do a 24-hour test drive, right? 100% of the time, you always take the 24-hour test drive. 100% of the time. You never take the regular test drive.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't want to, being that they offer 24 hours, I don't see why you wouldn't want to get a feel for it, push it
Right.
around.
So, first of all, it's free, doesn't cost you anything. They are going to ask you what your insurance information is, but that's it. So, you take the 24-hour test drive. You use the 24-hour test drive to get the vehicle inspected by a trusted mechanic. You take it to somebody, let them look at it, right? See if the car is really worth a damn. Let them check for rust. You know what I'm saying? Put the car up on the rack. Let them get up under it. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
use this to your advantage. A lot of people are not gonna tell y'all this shit, but you use this to your
Yeah,
advantage.
because I think the average person, anytime I've ever took a test drive, it's always just been a quick test drive. You take it for a spin, come on back, I think one time I had a overnight test drive, but that I think the standard for most people is just get a good feel for it, spin it around a little bit, and then bring it right back. The 24 hours, that's tough.
Yeah, nah, hell nah. Take the 24-hour test drive. Abuse the policy. It's there. Use it. You know what I'm saying? It's free. It don't cost you nothing. You know what I'm saying? If it's a car that you're serious about, you take it. Matter of fact, even if you ain't serious about it, if you want to just go joyride for 24 hours, do it. You know what I'm saying? Take their car, right? Um, but say you shopping at another place too, right? This also is a benefit for that because you could take that same car, right? Drive it over to the competitor store that you're looking at a car over there. Put that vehicle side by side with the same exact vehicle that you're looking at over town that you're comparing it to. You can put them right there.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You can compare them side by side, and you can make sure, um, you can make sure that it lines up with whichever one that other one that you're looking at. If the car does not check out as up to your standards, and you feel some work needs to be done, whether cosmetic or mechanical, make them do the work before you purchase the car. If it's a car, if they got the car you want, but something ain't right about it, say if it's a scratch, or you might think something mechanical is wrong with it, tell them, hey, I'm not buying the car till you put it in the shop, fix this, and then I'll come back and we go from there. They're gonna put it in the shop. They're gonna continue to hold the car under your name, all that. While that car is in the shop, you keep shopping elsewhere for the same car at other places. You don't stop. You know what I'm saying? You don't owe them no loyalty at all whatsoever. If you
Right.
find the car 5 minutes after you leave there, shit, and you want it, go ahead and get it. Straight up.
Right. I think most people do feel like when you I think most people do feel like when you're dealing with a car company, it's like you kind of get locked in with them. But CarMax has a lot of policies. It seems like where you could take advantage of their policy, but also still keep your options open and do other things. You know what I'm saying without them really knowing about it. Like that's some good game right there.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
got a lot of stuff you can take advantage of and understand me. Please I'm gonna be clear with this. CarMax does not need your business. They don't give a damn. CarMax sells the most cars in the most used cars in the United States. You're just a number. That's it.
Right.
There's certain CarMax
So that's all.
locations
That's
in this
all.
in this country that sell 500 or 600 cars a month. Straight up.
Yeah, man,
You know,
that's big business over there, man. That's what we gotta understand. Like when you're doing business at that type of scale that they doing, like you gotta take advantage of you gotta get your advantages where you can, man, because they are just a streamlining, like you said. You're really just a number. You're not gonna get a personable deal or experience. Like they pretty much trying to get them in and out is possible. You know what I'm saying? So like,
right.
make sure that y'all understand that, man. When we're doing this car buying, we're going shopping. Make sure that we understand that. Like, it's a hard line business. It's at scale that you're not gonna get a personable experience.
Not at all. It's volume car sales. Um, and CarMax, they're going to be the beneficiary of what's going on with these tariffs. So I'm just giving y'all a heads up because they're going to make a ton of money. So you want to get whatever advantage that you can get. You know what I'm saying? Also, any car you seriously interested in with CarMax, you want to pull a Carfax on it. CarMax does not use Carfax. A lot of people think because the words rhyme that they do business together. They don't. Um, you need to pull your own Carfax because CarMax uses AutoCheck, which is a vehicle history company provided by Experian, the credit company. Okay, I think Carfax does cost money, but it's in your best interest to pull a Carfax on a car that you're very serious about. Um, and there's a lot of reasons for that because sometimes vehicle history reports do not match. So something may not appear on their vehicle history report with AutoCheck that is on the Carfax. And a lot of times that could be a car accident. So that's very, very important.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Um, CarMax, they'll never negotiate price ever. Okay, so understand that they're not going to negotiate price. If you can find excuse me, the Apple's vehicle somewhere else, like I said earlier, use their vehicle and their price to negotiate with the competitor. Um, if of course CarMax has, the better price, because a lot of places negotiate. So use that to your advantage. All right. If you ever buy a car from CarMax and spend more time than expected, make sure you complain about it. Tell them they're cutting into your lunch or your dinner time. They will comp you $25 for a meal. All right. And not just for you. Yeah, it's true. It's true. A lot of people do not know about this. If they take up too much of your time, make them pay for your food that day. And it ain't gonna just be for you. It is actually be for you and your wife. I think it's up to two people that they'll comp meals for.
Okay, so two people $25. We can definitely get the lunch going on for sure
Oh yeah.
with that.
So that's a
So
part of
how do you get them to comp for the lunch? Like, what did you just tell them? How do you get that to go down?
you complain about them spending up all your time. You start talking about how you hungry, you supposed to have been ate, this, and that, and the third. What can y'all do for the inconvenience? If it's a sales agent that knows his job is and what his role is capable of, he'll go ahead and he has the authority to offer that. So basically, what he'll tell you is you go to whatever restaurant you're going to and email him or she the receipt, and they will give that to the business office at that CarMax. The business office will comp you $25, up to $25 for your meal. All right. So this is a real policy. Every sales agent has the authority to do it in every single CarMax across the country. Okay. So take advantage of it. I don't care if it's 2 hours. If you feel like that's too much time, you know what I'm saying? Do it.
Like, I
Speak
need
up.
funds. If you in there getting a car, if you in there shopping for a car, man, I know it's gonna take at least an hour, 2 hours. It's gonna take about 2 hours, man, to get everything done. Like, I need that $25 on you for sure.
Yeah.
Like, that's something we definitely got to take advantage of that.
Yeah, for sure. Um, so that's I think that's the fourth, fifth bullet point. If you end up buying a car from CarMax after you purchase a vehicle, keep shopping for better versions of that same vehicle with a better price or that's in better condition. Okay, this is the final bullet point. This is very, very important. You have a 10-day money back guarantee at CarMax, 10-day refund exchange policy. Whereas if you do not want a vehicle, after you purchase it, you have 10 days to return it. I believe it's 10 days or 3,000 miles. You can't go over either of those. Um, you can return it, exchange it for something, or get your money back completely, 100%. There's no restocking fee. There's nothing like that. All right. So you keep shopping. You might see another vehicle in CarMax's inventory that you like better, that's cheaper, that has lower miles, that's comparable to what you just bought. You know what I'm saying? Go transfer that in and repeat the process again. Okay, return the other vehicle and get the new one. Bring it back. Get what you want. Take advantage of this.
Yeah, man, that's a way to get a good feel for, and might end up with a better deal even 3 4 days after you done already purchased. You can still wind up getting a better deal, man. Like that's some game right there, man. That's for sure.
Hmm.
Some game. They give you a lot of options, man. Coming to think about that.
For sure, man. Um, so I told y'all how to sell a car, trade a car at CarMax. Told y'all about transferring cars, placing cars on hold. I told you about financing a car. You know what I'm saying? You never tell them you financing ever. Um, I told you about test driving a car, right? And I even told you about the return policy. I'm gonna give y'all some. I'm gonna give y'all a cherry on top. I ain't even put this in my notes, right? This ain't even something I was gonna discuss. You know what I'm saying? But say you about to go out of town, right, for the weekend or something. You know what I'm saying? Like a Friday to Monday jump. You going on a road trip. You know what I'm saying? Say you need something like an SUV or a van or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because they sell everything there. And say you somebody, you got good credit. You can pretty much do what you want to do, right? You can go get approved for a car, zero down, whatever. Go up in there. Go up in there Thursday evening. You know what I'm saying? Sign up for that car. You know what I mean? Take that car down to take it down to Myrtle Beach for the weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Put about 900
yeah,
miles on that jump. Monday afternoon,
yeah,
man,
man.
bring that jump back, return that jump, man. Go on about your
Hey,
business.
man, that's a play right there, boy. You mean to tell me we can get right in the truck, fly it out? Yeah, man. Look,
Yeah,
that's one of them ones right there, man, for sure. Now, I wish I
yeah,
would have known that. Look, I'm mad now.
yeah. Go on about your
I
business.
wish I would have known that. That's some game right there.
Yeah, yeah. Go on about your business.
You know what I'm saying? We
Yep.
ain't shit. Rental car who? I don't need no rental car.
Hey, it's
Do this the right way.
no car note is paid, no money was put down. All you did was spend gas money. You know what I'm saying? You put some petrol in there. Hey, man. Hey, hey. I'm
Yeah.
just here to help. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Yeah, that's real, man. That's one of the ones right there, man. That you play the game, man. Look, I hope y'all was watching. Yeah, man, y'all gotta watch this episode a couple of times, man. We watch this, run this back, man.
Yeah,
There's some jewels being dropped in this joint right here.
yeah, man. I'm giving it up, man. And if anything that you feel like I ain't covered, feel free to DM me. You know what I'm saying? Email, whatever. Leave a comment. I got you. You know what I'm saying? It's all free game. I ain't holding nothing back. You know what I'm saying? I ain't withholding nothing. So that's it, man. That's how to buy. That's how to buy a car or sell a car at Carmax.
Hey, man, jewels. That was jewelry right there, man. It's a lot of people right now armed with that information could definitely use it to their advantage, man, especially in the car buying time. Like, with this tariffs and this everything being so uncertain, everybody's feeling like, that the car market is definitely a market where you're going to be paying more, right now. Um, so you're going to need this information, man, especially if you're dealing with CarMax. You'll need this information right here.
Yeah, man, for sure. That's all I got, man.
All right, man. There it is. We back. We'll be catch y'all next week, man. We got another good conversation going.
Yeah,
Uh,
we doing the AI episode next week or what?
abs- yeah, man, absolutely, man. AI, man, we gonna do. I got so much homework to do, man, because it's something that everybody's talking about, but like it's still, I don't think a lot of people are understanding the impact. And we gonna just try to, give y'all some free game, man. Let everybody know, the information that we can find out about it and like how it's really gonna be affecting us, man, coming soon.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, that's
That's next week, episode 6, the AI takeover. Uh, this week, episode 5, it's over. How to buy a car, how to sell a car at CarMax, man. Episode will be up soon. Um, you know, this is it. So hope y'all enjoyed it.
yeah, man, for sure. Appreciate that. Appreciate everybody that's been following, listening, retweeting, sharing, and getting the word out about this, man. Inspire the Youth podcast, man. You know, we here, man. Appreciate the love.
Yes, sir, man. Y'all have a good week, man. Make sure you do something to inspire the youth this week too.
Yes, sir.
We out.